Get up out your seat and get ready. I got a lot to give, you getting plenty. I'm as real as they come, I'm not pretending. I bring the punishment, you can see that it's never ended. Get the squad together, no matter what happens.
Cody, you're known as the American Nightmare. We have another American Nightmare going on right now. We're putting you in the ring with COVID-19 because we know that you can knock it out.
I know that's a tall order. I've been really happy as a company with how we've handled the pandemic and COVID-19 and putting testing first forward and mask application and all that. These are the things we have to do now if we want to keep entertainment and have nice things.
The world goes on. Everybody needs entertainment. Everybody needs some positivity. So all we can do is give you guys the best possible show.
When you say entertainment, I think we need that more than ever. When it comes to wrestling, it's a great way to get some frustration out. Wrestling is all in the family for you. Your dad, Dusty Rhodes.
Dusty Rhodes is the man. He is the tower of power. He is too sweet to be sour. He is the rap master. There is no other.
In fact, your name is kind of a play on his The American Dream.
You know, when I started, I was 20 years old, my first televised match. And over the course of time, I always tried to distance myself from his legacy and career just because it was so large. I wanted to do my own thing, but I got dubbed and coined the American Nightmare, even though I think I'm a very sweet individual.
This title means more to Cody than anything in AEW or his professional life.
I am the least popular person in the AEW locker room. Doesn't remotely affect how popular I am with the actual fans, though.
And it's a really good thing. If he was alive, I think he'd love it.
Sometimes when you grow up in something, you might take it for granted, but there's something that reminded you of how much people love this. You did your independent show, All In, and then right away you saw how people reaffirmed what we know about wrestling. They love it.
There was this growing kind of tremor in the ground of 20 years of wrestling unopposed, and these guys can't put 10,000 seats in an arena, no way. And the fact that we were able to do it, the super fast sellout, the 29 minutes, it just reaffirmed, like you said, that the audience has been there. Perhaps they want an alternative type of pro wrestling, and that's what we've been able to give them over the course of the year in Dynamite.
The first year had some challenges, had some successes as well, and I think that's a great lesson for a lot of people right now who are having to pivot when it comes to business and not necessarily reinvent the wheel, but make the wheel, I guess, better. So what were some of the challenges that you think that people can learn from today?
All when COVID-19 happened, the pandemic happened, part of wrestling's music is the live fan. So how can you have wrestling without the live fan? What we had to remember as competitors and as management is you've just got to reach through the glass. They're still there, they just can't come to the arena. And now we've been able to bring them in at 15% slowly and safely.
There is no feeling on earth like being able to perform and compete in front of a live crowd.
But for those still sitting on the other side of the glass, it's time as a wrestler to present authenticity, because content leads, authenticity leads. Our young roster has really been challenged, but they've been able to reach across and make new fans even when they can't be in the seats.
Because being there live is really fun, but we have a front row seat from the comforts of home.
I love our roster. It's so fun because we've only got the 2-hour bullseye every Wednesday to get all these wonderful people on, but we don't always have to present every single roster member. That's what makes the show so fresh on a weekly basis. But to have Jon Moxley representing the World Championship.
For every monster, for every hungry young kid, for every legend that I take out, there's another one waiting right around the corner. That's the life of the World Champion.
To have Chris Jericho.
Springboard. Oh, Jonas effect!
The Young Bucks.
Page onto that Young Bucks classic. More bang for your buck.
Miro, Shida, Thunder Rosa, myself. If you look at the depth chart, it's actually kind of scary. We're about to be given a third hour on a different day of the week, and I'm excited to showcase even more of a very diverse roster.
Yeah, the AEW Dynamite Anniversary special. What can we expect there?
I love that it's an anniversary, and I love pomp and circumstance in wrestling, and this will have all the frills because it means so much to us a year in to be a top 5 cable series when the bar was really set all over the place. So what we'll do is we'll lead with our best foot forward, and that will be our champions. So you'll have your world championship, you'll have your women's championship, your tag team championship.
I want to come to Anniversary 1 year of Dynamite, and I want to defend the TNT Championship.
You've also been able to parlay your wrestling career into an acting career. You are on Arrow, you're the villain, Derek Sampson. Of course, you got to play a villain. When they call for an actor for that role, you have one of the things that just kind of falls into place. You got to have the right body.
As a wrestler, I thought I would be like the big jacked guy. And then when I got there, Arrow was a really big production. Stephen Amell is 6 foot himself, so all the other actors match with him. So I actually felt like they were a wrestling locker room themselves. It really was a nice transition into a different world for me because physical combat's such a big part of that show, and me to be able to have that expertise, but then for them to lead me in terms of a different world with the acting world, it's been great. And now it's been able to move into another show on TBS, Go Big Show.
Every week, real Americans will compete to blow your minds with their over-the-top acts.
There is only one rule on the Go Big Show.
You gotta go big,
Go big, baby.
or you gotta go home.
And Go Big Show is right in your wheelhouse because it's people who are going over the top. Wrestling, the reason why we love it so much is because it's over the top.
I'm shocked they even paid me for Go Big Show, just because it's so silly to sit there and be a judge for these beautiful Heartland acts. I was just blown away with them entertaining us. And during this period of time when we need that good feeling of entertainment, it was a really special show. I think people are going to fall in love with some of the competitors.
All right, I'm going to show you my act right now. Okay, don't be afraid, though. Don't be afraid because I do know how to control it. Okay, here we go right here.
Wow. So a 0 to 100 on the Power Tower with Go Big Show. I'm giving you definitely somewhere between 90 and 100. It's an A.
All right, Cody, thank you very much for joining us. And most of all, thank you very much for providing some levity in our lives right now.
Thank you guys very much for having me. Thank you.
It's my life's work to be a pro wrestler. You guys have made this for me.
Cash Wheeler driving him face first at the apron. Bulldog choke, he is wrenching back. The neck is cleared out, and the butcher tap. The kick to the face, and now the moonsault off the middle rope. 1, 2, oh, Cash talk to the hips. Oh, wow. It's not that guy.